farming with its rules and regulations. And it's not just applying to crops or aquaculture, but also in the area of livestock farming. One main profitable livestock farm that you can consider, and a lot of people are paying attention and investing in, has to do with grasscutter farming. Thanks for joining us on the Ghanaian Farmer channel. My name is Enyonam, and this week we are going to break down for you, topic by topic, how to become a successful grasscutter farmer. I am seated next to Reverend Dominic Zigli, and he will be taking us through each of the stage, how to become a successful grasscutter farmer. He also does training as well. But this episode focuses on what you have to know, the things, the basic things you have to know as an individual before you venture into grasscutter farming. So we'll spend about 10-15 minutes giving you bullet points that you have to take pen and paper, write down, and follow them to start a successful and smooth journey to becoming a grasscutter farming. Reverend, thanks for joining me once again.
Thank you, Madam Menino.
What do you call your farm?
Yahweh Shalom Animal Kingdom. This Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this week, our focus is on the basic things.
Yes.
Being it 10, 20 things that I have to know to start grasscutter farming. When we say grasscutter, what kind of animal are we even referring to at the first place?
They are cane rat. That is the other name for grasscutter, cane rat. Yeah, they are a bush animal, but we are domesticating them now.
Okay.
Yes, because it's getting finished in the bush. And if care is not taken, we'll lose grasscutter. So some of us, we want to rear it in the house. And it's also a very good business.
All right.
Yes.
When I want to start, what 10 or 20 things do you say are very necessary for me to have in place or know before I even start?
Oh, okay. It might not be up to even that 20.
Okay.
Only some few points to know. Yes. But so far as we are saying, it's a business.
Right.
Somebody is just coming in to come and make money. And the number one thing you have to know is grasscutter farming is not like other poultry animals that within a short time you can start getting your money. No.
Okay.
It's a long-term investment. And then it will take you maybe 1.5 years, 2 years before you start making money out of it. So everybody who wants to start grasscutter farming, you just heard it that it's a good business, it's profitable, and then you are just jumping into it, expecting that maybe within 6 months you are going to make money. No, that one is the point. You have to know that thing. That when you start a grasscutter farmer, no matter how good you have taken care of them, no matter how nice they look, it will take you some times to make money out of it. Because number one, the animal itself, it will take 6 months before you can even cross it. Okay. When it's pregnant, it takes 5 months to deliver. So even if you bought a young grasscutter, it takes you 1 year before it will even give birth. Okay. Yes. So it's a long. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it's a long-term investment. Okay. Yes, that's the first point you have to know. Okay. Yeah. The other point you also have to know is grasscutters, they are bush animals, and we are domesticating them. No matter how we have trained them in the house, no matter how they have been in the house, they have that mentality that they are bush animals. So if care is not taken, you give them a little chance, they will run away. Okay. They'll still go back to the bush. Right. So you have to take good care of them. You have to make sure their cage is well done. If not, one day they will go home. Okay. Because they also have that mentality that this is not their hometown. We are all human beings. No matter how successful I'm in Accra, one day I'll go back to my home. So they also have that mentality that one day they will go back home, and if care is not taken, they will run away. You have to put that in mind, that grasscutters, they are even though we are domesticating them, they are bush animals, and definitely they will go back to the bush one day. Yeah.
We've mentioned point number 1. Yes. We also mentioned 2. That is keeping it in a confined area or in their cages well, so they will not run away. Yes. What is the next thing that you want me to take into consideration?
Yes. The third thing you have to also put into consideration is you have to have a knowledge about grasscutter farming. You need to go through a training.
Training?
Yes, you need to be trained. Grasscutters are not like goats that you just go and buy them, put them in the house, and then you give them anything anyhow. You leave them for them to do their own thing. One day you are just there, your goat has given, but no. Grasscutters, you need to go through training because there's a stage that you have to cross them. When you cross them, there are certain things you have to do. When they are pregnant, certain things you have to do. Even when they give birth, there are certain things you have to do. How to wean them, time to wean them, how to control the weather, and all those things. So you need to be trained.
Okay.
At least a little training. You need to get a little training. You don't just get your money and say, now, okay, I have my money, I have my kid, then you just go and buy your Grasscutter. No. Along the line, maybe you can be successful, but along the line too, you fail, and the possibility to fail is high. So you need some training. You need to go for some training. And the good news here, I train people always, and then you need to come. No matter where you are, you can come. People are coming from far places, and they come for training. So,
okay. All right. So aside the training, what else do I need to know?
yes. After the training, there's something we call getting a good breed.
Okay.
Yes.
Are there breeds?
Yes, we have breed.
Okay.
And I think we have to take time to talk about breed selection in another, yes. But it's also on a topic on its own.
Yeah, on its own.
Yes, so you have to get a good breed. And then the other thing you have to consider is we have indoor and we have outdoor. There are some people who are doing their Grasscutters indoor. They build a house and they put the Grasscutters inside. There are also people who are just put their cage outside and then the Grasscutters are there.
Okay.
So you have to also take into consideration that thing. If you are going to practice an indoor farming, you have to get your animals for somebody who is doing an indoor.
Okay.
Yes, assuming I'm doing indoor and I put my Grasscutters inside. You have to get a Grasscutter from me when you're also going to do indoor.
What happens if you are an indoor farmer,
Yes.
but I buy mine and keep my Grasscutters outdoor?
Outside, yes.
What will happen?
I'm doing indoor, and then the way the weather condition is inside is different from when you expose them to the air like that.
Right.
That is when if I come to my farm, I'm doing the indoor and outdoor.
Yes.
So that maybe if you come and then you say, okay, I'm going to do it outside, you are going to do it outside,
Right.
I'll give you the one that are outside. Yes.
So it means that before I even come and buy, I should tell you that, okay, my cages are outside.
Yes.
So give me the ones that are outside.
Yes.
All right.
So you have to know that one also. If not, it can affect them in one way or the other. And the other things you have to also put into consideration is where you're going to buy your Grasscutters. What are the feed they give them?
What are the feed?
Yes. What are the grass they give them?
Are there optional feed
Yes.
apart from the grass, the maize grass that they eat?
Yes.
Is there any other feed they eat?
Yes. We have a variety of grasses,
Okay.
different grasses.
Apart from the maize, what else do they eat?
Oh, they eat elephant grass, guinea grass, and I think
Are
that
they
one also
cassava as
we'll
well?
talk about it.
Okay.
Yes, they eat some different varieties of grasses.
Okay.
Yeah, cassava, yam, sweet potato, a lot of grasses are there that they eat.
Okay.
Yes, so that is what, because if you buy grasses from me, and I'm using corn stick to feed them, and then you take them to your farm, and there is no corn stick at your place. There's nothing about corn. I feed them with elephant grass. There's nothing like elephant grass at your place.
Right.
And you buy Grasscutter from me, and you just go and you change their food all of a sudden. And you started giving them another food, even though we know it's a food for Grasscutter.
Right.
But you just jump up and then you start giving them another food, which they have never taken before. There is possibility it can affect them.
Affect them?
Yes.
How?
Change, even human beings, sometimes, even common water.
Yeah.
You travel to some places, you take their water.
It worries your stomach.
It worries your stomach.
Okay.
Yes. So it's the same thing. When they didn't take some food before, you just go and you change it. Once of a sudden, you stop giving them what they are used to, and you are giving them strange food. Even though that food is for Grasscutter, it will reduce their size, the way they're supposed to grow fast. It can reduce it. It can even kill them.
Wow.
Yes.
So, meaning when I come to your farm, I should also ask for the kind of feed you give
Yes.
them. So when I take it to mine, I'll continue with the same.
With that one.
Okay.
And then you are changing it gradually.
Okay. Okay.
It's not compulsory to continue with mine.
Right.
But I'm feeding them with corn sticks, and you are having guinea grass at your place. So when you come, at least you have to get some little guinea grass, some corn stick and some guinea grass. You put the two in their cage.
Right.
You see, you put the elephant grass and then the corn stick in their cage,
Right.
and then they are learning how to eat this one small. They eat this one small. So along the line, they'll be okay with it without any effect.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
That's very, very noted.
Yes.
Right. Any more?
And then we have a lot. Yes, we also know the environment where you are. Grasscutters don't like noise. So if you are going to take Grasscutter to a place that you want to rear, you have to make sure the place is not noisy.
Right.
You don't just buy Grasscutter and put them in any environment. No. They don't like too much noise, so you have to keep them at a place that is not that much noisy. So that because daytime they sleep, and then nighttime they are awake. So if daytime that they are supposed to sleep, there's too much noise in the environment, they can't sleep. It gives them stress.
Okay.
It can also kill them.
Okay.
Stress kills grasscutter a lot.
Wow.
Yes, stress kills grasscutter a lot.
Okay.
That is why even grasscutter, if it is pregnant, you have to take that pregnant animal into a separate cage that it can be there alone without struggling with any other grasscutters. Because they don't like stress. Stress kills grasscutter a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Reverend Dominic Ziegler has taken us through the basic knowledge, basic information or tips that as an individual who is aspiring to become a grasscutter farmer, you have to know.
Yeah.
He talked about where you put your cage. He talked about the feed you're going to give them. He talked about the silence area they need. He talked about the variety or the breed you can actually select to start off with, and many other things that he mentioned. So if you're out there, he also mentioned training. You need to be trained to know the weather, to know how to actually protect them when they are pregnant and everything. He's given you all the basics. We've mentioned about 7 points already that you need to know before you actually zoom into your grasscutter farming. Finally, is there any 1 or 2 you want to add before we wrap up on this?
Yes. Even transporting the animal.
Okay. So when I come to your farm, I just drove my car from North Carnation all the way to Spintex. If it means that I'm coming to carry this cage of grasscutter to North Carnation, how do you advise I transport it?
Yes. This box is good for transport.
Okay.
Yes, we have other boxes that we use for transportation.
Okay.
And then it's also determine the size of animals per box.
All right.
You
So
don't
how
just
many can this one take?
Oh, this one can take a lot, depending on the size.
Okay.
Yes, as young ones, it can take about even 4 colonies.
Okay.
Which is 20 pieces.
20, okay.
Yes, but if they are adult big ones, it can take about 4 or 5.
Okay.
So all depends on the size. Yes, if you didn't transport them well, that's what I'm talking about, the stress. If the stress is too much for them, you can lose them. So at least it depends the size of the animal and the size of the cage and the distance where it is going. Yes, in those days when we started, we have been transporting grasscutter with a sack and those things are not advisable. You have to get a transport cage to transport your animals with, and depend on the size. Spend money to transport your animals. Some people, they come, they are buying about 2 colonies and you want to give them 2 boxes. They say, oh no, Reverend, 2 boxes, they will charge me 2. So let me use 1. So they put 2 colonies in 1 box. You might go losing the animals.
Okay.
Yes, so sometimes you have to spend a little when it comes to your transport.
Right. Okay. So, but the means of transport, can I use this car to actually transport
Yes.
them? The car is okay. It doesn't
car is
matter
okay.
the car.
No, it doesn't
but
matter
you have
the
to
car.
give them enough space.
Enough space.
So they will relax.
Yes.
All right. So there you have it. Over here, Reverend is not just a grasscutter farmer. He's also a goat farmer. So you can see the goats behind us, in front of the camera, beside us. They are everywhere. Very friendly animals. So there you have it. If you want further information on how to get trained on grasscutter farming, you can reach out to us on 0554 8304 or 31. Okay, so there you have it. These are the almost 8 to 10 points that you need to know. Write them down and follow them religiously, and you become a millionaire grasscutter farmer. I'll see you next week with another point or topic in relation to grasscutter farming. Until then, thank you very much, Reverend.
Thank you, madam.